Namaste children, welcome back to Ganita Samayaha, an interactive learning space. Children, whenever I pose in questions as I teach, please answer them. This will help you in the learning process. And I am sure you have not forgotten to have the writing material with you whenever you watch these videos. And after you watch, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share the video. Today we continue with integers part 2. In the last video I had given in an assignment for you. I am sure all of you have completed it and waiting eagerly to discuss on it. Shall we discuss? Yes. So what was the assignment that was given? We are asked to represent a few numbers as integers with appropriate signs, isn't it? Some situations were given and you had to write the integers with appropriate sign. Okay. So which is the first one? The temperature reading of a place shows 32 degrees centigrade above zero. So what is the clue here, children? Above zero is the clue. And above zero we denote it with what sign? Plus sign. So what is the answer for this? Plus 32 degrees centigrade. Have you all got it right? Good. Let us move on to the next one. The temperature reading of a place shows 7 degrees centigrade below zero. So what is the clue here? Below zero. Below zero, what is the sign? Minus sign. So what is the answer for this? Minus 7 degrees centigrade. Good. Please clap for yourself if you have written it right. If you have not written it right, please understand it. Okay. Good. The next one. An amount of rupees 1000 deposited to your account. Deposited. I have got some extra money. So what is that? Plus. So it is plus 1000 rupees. The next one. The depth of a place is 1525 feet below sea level. So which is the clue here? Below sea level. So what is the answer? Minus 1525 feet. I am sure all of you have got all the four correct. Please clap for yourself. Good. Shall we proceed with today's lesson? Okay. So, we have understood what are integers, and integers comprises of positive numbers, zero and negative numbers. Now, all these numbers, we must be able to give them a place on the number line. Any number, children, that is one criteria in mathematics. We must be able to place them on a number line. They all have got their houses on their number line. That is the meaning. Okay. Now we will start with what we already know. We know about whole numbers. So if you want to place them on the number line, what we do is we draw a line. Okay. What you should notice is that here at one end there is a arrow mark. Do you see an arrow mark there at one end, children? Here on the right hand end. Yes. What does this indicate? It indicates that there are many numbers. On the left hand side, we don't have a arrow mark. It is just starting from a point. That means it has got a start point. Since we are dealing with whole numbers, we know that the whole numbers start with 0. So there is a starting point for it. So this here, we have not marked any arrow since it has a starting point. Okay, so there is a point there. That means that there is an end point. On the other side, we have marked with an arrow mark. So in a number line, you must have an arrow mark. Fine. After that, what we do? We mark points at equal distance starting from the end. End point is must for whole numbers. Okay. So, and what is the number with which whole numbers begin? 0. Okay. And after that, we mark points at equal intervals like this. Okay. Equal intervals means what? The distance between one mark and the other mark. And first and the second mark, or second and the third mark must be the same. You cannot have one there, one here, and then one here and all. This distance must be the same between each point. That is the meaning of equal distances. So, at equal distances, we mark the points. Okay. Now we know that whole numbers begin with 0. Okay. So since it is beginning with 0, we must have 0 here. You cannot have it here, here or here, isn't it? Starting point is 0. We start with 0 for whole numbers. So the starting point is marked 0. Okay. And then all the other points are marked as, this is first one from here, isn't it? So this is marked 1. This is the second one from 0. So this is marked 2 and so on. So we mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have marked only 7 points. Are there only 7 whole numbers? No, we have got much more. We cannot write the entire thing on a number line. That is why we have marked this arrow mark here at this end. Okay, this arrow mark at the end denotes that there are many more numbers to come, out of which only a few we have listed here. Okay, so this is the number line for whole numbers, or for the positive numbers, and 0 we have got the place for all these positive numbers and 0. Now where will we place the negative numbers? For that we will look into one situation. Okay, let us see what that situation is. We have Rahul and Gauri. They are brothers and sister. Okay, what happened is their parents have gone out to work and these two are alone at home, and their parents have asked them not to go out of the house during the daytime. They must be inside the house and play or study and do something. These two children are bored of playing the same games every day. So they think that they will themselves make a game and play it, so that they will have enough time to design the game, and they will enjoy doing all those things. Okay. So finally they decided that they will prepare some square sheet of paper and place them on the floor like this. Okay. So they prepared some square sheets of paper, numbered them from 0 and placed them next to each other like this. Okay. And then they took 2 pawns and placed it on 0. Okay. Then they wrote some chits. That is, they wrote certain rules or certain steps that has to be followed in the game, and then put them into a basket. Okay. So these chits contain instructions for them on how to play the game. Okay, they have shuffled that nicely and placed it there. Okay, Rahul takes the red pawn and Gauri takes the green pawn. Okay, now they are allowed to take up one chit and follow it accordingly. Clear? Shall we see how they are going to play? Are you inquisitive? Yes, I too am inquisitive to see what they are going to play. Let us see. Now, first Rahul takes a chit from there. Okay, and then accordingly he will place the pawn. The rule is whoever comes back to 0 first is the winner of the game. Okay, so he takes a chit, and what does the chit say? Go 2 steps to the right. So Rahul has a red pawn. 2 steps to the right means what? 1, 2. He has to place the pawn on number 2. So he places it there. Next is Gauri's turn. She takes a chit. And what does it say? 3 steps to the right. Where will she place? 1, 2, 3. she has to place it on number 3. Okay, so she places it there. Now it is again Rahul's turn. He takes a chit. And what does it say? Go one step to right. Red is Rahul's. So he has to go one step, means he has to place it on 3. Okay. So he places it there. And now it is Gauri's turn. She picks up a chit. And what does it say? Go 2 steps to right. So she's at 3. She has to go 4, 5. She places it at 5. Good. Now it is Rahul's turn. So he takes a chit. And it says go 2 steps to the left now. Okay. So he is at 3. He has to go 2 steps to the left. That means 2, 1. He has to place it at 1. So he places it there. Now it is Gauri's turn. Let us see what she gets. Oh, the chit says go 6 steps to the left. That means what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are only 5 places. She wonders what to do. Then she gets an idea. She places it on 0 and says, "Hey, I am the winner." But Rahul doesn't agree to it. He says you had to place 6 steps. You have placed only 5. You are not the winner. They both start quarreling amongst themselves. And finally, they come to a conclusion also. This is what you should do, children. Even if you fight, you must come to some conclusions. Okay? Good. So what they decide is, they will place a few more cards to the left of 0. First, they placed one card. Okay? They placed one card to the left of 0. Now they have to number this. What will they number? They cannot write 1. Then Gauri says, I will write -1 because I am 1 short of 6. Okay. So they decide that they will write that as -1. Okay. And then Gauri places her pawn there. Now she is very sad. Why? She is not the winner. She has to reach 0, the start point, to be the winner. Okay. Then later they decide that they will add more cards and number it as -2, -3 and so on, and they continue their game. So let them continue their game. We will continue to understand what we have arrived from this game. We have understood that all the integers also can be placed on that number line that we are already studying. So this is the number line that we are studying about, isn't it? We know that this has 0 and then +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6, +7, and this arrow indicates there are more number to come. Since they placed more cards on the left hand side, what we will do is we will extend this line onto the other side, and we will have an arrow mark here also. Okay, so we have an arrow on the left side and on the right side. Okay, both the sides we have an arrow mark. Can you see that it has been indicated? You will understand very shortly why we have put those arrow marks on the left hand end as well. Okay, now again we will mark points at equal distances on the left hand side of 0, and we'll write them as -1, -2, etc. Now our number line is ready. So this is the number line for integers. Why have we marked the arrow on the left hand side as well, children? Do we know where this number line on the left hand side ends? We have -2, -3, -1000, -10,000, -lakh, etc. It goes on. There is no end at all, isn't it? That is why we have marked arrows on the left hand side and the right hand side. I hope you have understood now why we have to mark arrow mark. So whenever you are asked to draw a number line, you must bear in mind that you should have arrow marks at both the ends for an integer number line. Is it clear, children? Okay. Now let us understand more about this number line. Suppose you are asked to draw a number line, what will you do? You will take a ruler like this, place it on your book, and then you will draw a line along the edge of the book, of the ruler, and then draw two arrows at both the ends as we have indicated here. And then the next one is you'll have to mark points at equal intervals. If you take a ruler, it is very easy for you to mark at equal intervals. Along these points 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. You can mark points. So we have marked points like this. Okay. Then you'll have to mark your 0. Your 0 anywhere you can mark it. But don't mark it to the end. If you mark it here, then you must have some markings to the left of it. Don't mark it here. If you mark it here, you must have some more markings on the right of it. So somewhere in the middle, wherever you want, you can mark your 0. Okay. So I have marked it there. To the right of 0, you must write +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, +6. How many ever markings you have made, you can write. If you don't write the plus sign, it is understood to be plus. Okay. And on the left hand side, you will mark like this: -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. How many ever markings you have. So this is how you draw a number line, and this is our number line. So how do we use this number line? We must be able to locate certain points on it. So we will understand now how to locate the points. Okay, children, I hope you all have understood how to draw the number line. Okay, so while you are watching this video, what you should do is you should pause the video at this stage, finish drawing the number line marking, and then proceed further. That is why I have asked you to have the writing material with you whenever you watch these videos. So along with listening, you should finish the learning process as well. And mathematics, you must write. Okay, so finish drawing the way I have told. In case you have missed it out, go back, look into the video and proceed further. Is it clear? Okay, now let us learn how to locate that certain points. Okay, locate means what? You have to mark where all these points +5, +6 and all come. So represent the following numbers on a number line. You will draw a line, mark arrows at both the ends and mark these points at equal intervals as we have indicated here. Okay, now the first one is +5. Plus means it comes to the right of 0 at a distance of 5 units. So you will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and there you will mark it as +5. Clear? Next one is +6. Where will 6 be? Next to 5, obviously, isn't it? So there you will write it as 6. Okay. The next one is -1. Minus comes to the left of 0, we know. Okay. So at a distance of 1 unit. To the left at a distance of 1 unit. So that is -1. The next one is -4. So -1, -2, -3, -4. You mark that point as -4. Okay. So we have learned how to locate the points. Okay. So you will also do the same thing on your book. Okay. Locate any points that you want. Not just this. Take -2, +3, -10, anything. Okay. Just randomly choose some numbers and you can mark it. Is it clear? Fine. After learning how to locate the point, we must be able to read the point. For example, if I ask you what does this stand for, this point? What is the number or the integer for this point? You must be able to see. Okay. So let us look into a few of such cases. Here you can see a number line, but it is kept vertically. Instead of keeping it horizontally, it is kept vertically. That's all. Okay. Now let us locate the following points. Clear? Point D is plus 8. Then which point is minus 8? So we can see here, this is our 0. Okay. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. D is plus 8. Where will be minus 8? It has to be below 0. So let us see. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. So how is this point labeled? Yes, it is F. F represents minus 8. So the answer is F. Clear? Okay. The next question is point G a negative integer or a positive integer? Where is G? Here. Okay. We should know whether it is positive or negative. To know positive or negative, we should know its position, whether it is above 0 or below 0. Okay. So this is below 0. So it is negative. Okay. Next, write integers for points B and E. Where is our B? Here. Since it is above 0, it must be positive. Okay. And where exactly? We'll have to find the position. For that, what we do? We count 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is B is plus 4. And where is E? Here. So E is below 0. And we'll have to know the position for which we'll have to count the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So since it is below, it is minus 10. And B is plus 4. So B is plus 4 and E is minus 10. Are you all following this, children? Okay. The next one. Which point marked on this number line has the least value? Which has got the least value, children? Can we say D? No, it has got plus. There are other points below that. That means these are all lesser value, isn't it? H is less than 0. G is still less. So it must be the last one here. So it is E. E has got the least value. And then arrange all the points in decreasing order of value. Decreasing means what? From the highest to the lowest. Which is the highest? D. So D, C, B, A, H, G, F and E. That is the order. Clear? So we have learned how to locate the point and also how to read any point. Is it clear? So this is about the number line. Let us proceed to understand more about this. Okay. When we see this number line, we can see that the numbers are marked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From the left, when we are moving to the right, the numbers are increasing 3, 4, 5, 6. So as we move from the left to the right, the numbers are increasing. Okay, children, we are moving towards our right. And as we move towards our right, what is happening to the numbers? The numbers are increasing as you move from left to right. Now, from right, let us move on. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. What has happened now when we move from right to left? It is decreasing. So as we move from right to left, the numbers are decreasing. So this is one thing that we should note. Okay. Now, so the numbers are increasing from the left to right. Means what does that mean? Any number that is there on the right is a greater number. For example, if you take the 6, it is greater than 1. Isn't it, children? Similarly, if you take 5 and 3, 5 is greater number, it is on to the right. So, the numbers on the right are greater. Is it clear? Since the numbers are increasing from the left to the right, any number that is to the right of a given number is a greater number. Okay. So, let us identify the number to the right in the following. Suppose you are given 1000 and 1200. Which is the number that is greater, or which is the number that is to the right? Is 1000 to the right of 1200 or 1200 to the right of 1000 on the number line? Greater number, isn't it? So 1200 is to the right of 1000. Clear. One more. Is 156 to the found to the right of 99 or 99 found to the right of 156? Yes, 156 is found to the right of 99. So from 0 when we go towards the right, we found that the numbers to the right are greater number. Shall we extend the same thing? So on this number line, we have seen that from 0 when we move to the right, the numbers are increasing. Number increase as we move right from 0. If you take 0 at the starting point and move to the right, they are all increasing. Okay. Then let us understand what will happen if you move to the left from 0. For that, we will start observing from the number 6. Okay. 6, and then what happens? 5. Is it increasing or decreasing? Decreasing. And then 4, decreasing. Again 3, decreasing. 2, decreasing. 1, decreasing. 0, decrease. So as we moved from 6 to 0, it decreases. Okay. And further also it has to continue with the same pattern. So from 0 to -1, decreased. -2, it is again decreasing. That means what? -2 is a lesser number than -1. Did you get it, children? It is decreasing from 6 to 1 means what? 1 is a lesser number than 6. Or 6 is a greater number than 1. Now further it is going on decreasing. So what does it mean? The number to the right is a greater number. -1 is greater than -2. Or -2 is less than -1. Okay. So further if you go also, it goes on decreasing. So when you are moving from 0 to the left, what is happening, children? The numbers are decreasing. When from 0 you move to the right, the numbers are increasing. And from 0 if you move to the left, the numbers are decreasing. 0 if you move to the left, the numbers are decreasing. They decrease. Is it clear, children? No confusion at all. 0 is our reference point. From there if you move to the right, the numbers are increasing. And from 0 if you move to the left, the numbers are decreasing. Or on the whole, if you move from left to right, the numbers are increasing continuously. For example, -4 if you go to -3, -3 is a bigger number than -4. Okay. -2 is a greater number than -4. Okay. Here we are considering integers including the sign. I hope it's clear to you that we are not subtracting. Okay. This is an integer. This integer has got signs. Okay. So minus 1 is the greatest number. Greatest negative number. Okay. So it goes on increasing here. And then 0. It is greater than minus 1. It's better to have 0 apples than minus 1 apple. Minus 1 apple means what? You need to give to somebody 1 apple. So you have got something less than 0. Is it clear, children? So this concept must be very clear for you. As you move to the right along the number line, the numbers go on increasing. So you should have this picture in you whenever you are talking about increasing or decreasing. I'll give you another tip later on. Okay. To talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is very easy because we have been learning all those things from the lower classes. Okay. Only now you have got these negative numbers. So you should know that these negative numbers, when you consider only the number, okay, for all the negative numbers, the lesser the numerical, the greater the value. See, 1 with a minus sign. 1 with a minus sign has got a greater value than 2 with a minus sign. Okay. And 1 with a minus sign has a greater value than 1000 with a minus sign. 1000 comes somewhere there. From there it went on increasing and you have come to minus 1. Isn't it? So the number to the left will be a smaller number, and any number, if you find it onto the right side of a given number, it will be a bigger number. Is it clear, children? Please understand this very carefully. Okay. So number increase as you move from left to right. And as you move from right to left, what happens? The numbers decrease. Okay. So the numbers will increase if you move from left to right, and the numbers will decrease if you move from right to left. Let us do a few exercises with regard to this, and then you will all have it clear. So we have understood that as we move from left to right, the numbers are increasing. So the greater number lies to the to the right of any given number. So let us do a few exercises to understand this, children. Okay. So between plus 10 and plus 12, which is a greater number, children? Yes, plus 12 is a greater number. Okay. Now, between plus 5 and plus 99, plus 99 is greater number. So, with positive numbers, it is very easy. Both are positive integers. Isn't it, children? So, it is very easy now. Let us take a few more examples and discuss. Okay. Between minus 51 and plus 50, which is the greater number, children? Plus 50 is to the right of minus 51. So we know that plus 50 is the greater number. Good. Then between minus 1000 and 1. Yes, 1 is to the right. Okay. So 1 is the greater number. Very good. Then between 400 and minus 400. Yes, plus 400 is a greater number. See here, children, whenever there is a negative integer and a positive integer, the positive is greater always. Remember that. Between two positive integers, you know, you're all perfect in that. If you are given a negative and a positive, always positive is greater, children. Okay. So that you should remember. See, we got 50 greater than minus 51, 1 greater than minus 1000, 400 greater than minus 400. So, if you are given a positive and a negative integer, which is greater always? Positive is greater. Clear? Good. So, positive integers are always greater than negative integers. We know how to compare two positive integer and one positive and one negative. The next one is what happens when two negative integers are given. So, let us see that. So let us see what happens when we take two negative integers. So we have got minus 100 and minus 101. So which is the greater number between these two children? Minus 100. Why? Minus 100 and then to the left we write minus 101. Then if you see only the numerical, 100 is less than 101. So minus 100 is greater than minus 101. Okay. So these are the two ways with which you should analyze. Henceforth you should start logically analyzing mathematics. Okay children. Only if you understand you will analyze. This is how you have to judge. Okay. Next. Minus 50 and minus 70. So one thing is which comes to the right? Minus 50 comes to the right. After that you get minus 70. Okay. That is one way. The other way, what is that? Yes. Between 50 and 70, 70 is greater but minus 70 becomes lesser. Okay. So minus 50 is the greater number. Okay. So if you have two negative integers, this is how you have to analyze it. One more, minus 51 and minus 50. Which is the greater number? Minus 50. Okay. Have you all understood this? How you have to think and analyze. So one thing is you should know that the right side number is greater. Between minus 51 and 50, you get minus 50 and then to the left you have minus 51. So the right number is greater. The other way of analyzing it, you should look without the sign. If both are of negative sign, without the sign you see the number 51 and 50. Whichever is less along with minus sign is greater, reverse. Okay, don't get confused at all. Clear? Okay. Please listen to all these again and again. It becomes clear to you. Very important these concepts for all your further classes as well. So, with two negative integers, the one with bigger numerical is lesser. You remember that. Is it clear, children? One more. Between 0 and minus 1. I've told you the positive number is always greater. So, 0. Clear? Fine. Let us proceed further now. So, having understood about integers, let us just check if we know certain facts. Okay, children? Okay. Here goes the question. Which is the greatest negative integer? Greatest negative integer, children? Yes, it is minus 1. Is there a number, negative integer greater than minus 1? To the right of minus 1, we have 0, which is neither negative nor positive. So, minus 1 is to the extreme right. So, we know that the integers go on increasing to the right. With respect to negative integer, minus 1 is the greatest. Can we say which is the least negative integer, children? No, we cannot. On to the left hand side, keeps going. 1000, minus 1000, minus 10,000, minus lakh, goes on. Never ending. So we cannot say which is the least negative integer, but we can say which is the highest negative integer. Similarly, can we say which is the highest positive integer, children? No. Why? Yes, the numbers goes on increasing towards the right. 1000, 10,000, lakh, it goes on increasing, plus sign. So we cannot say which is the greatest positive integer and we cannot say which is the least negative integer. Can we say which is the least positive integer, children? Yes, you have guessed it right. What is it? Plus 1. That is the least positive integer. Is there any integer less than plus 1? No. 0 is neither negative nor positive. So you should remember all these aspects with respect to integers, children. Clear? Shall we proceed? Now let us quickly test ourselves whether we have understood whatever we have learned so far. Okay, children? Fine. Which number lies to the right of -5? Minus 4. Very good. Is it -6? No. -6 goes to the left. Okay. Next. Which number lies to the left of -56? Correct. It is -57. Very good. Next. Between -13 and -27, which integer is on the right? Is -13 right to -27, or is -27 to the right of -13? Yes, it is -13. Very good. You all have understood everything very nicely. Good. Those who have told it wrong, what should you do? You should listen to this video again. All the conditions that I have repeatedly told, bear in mind, and then again you will have to watch it. Is it clear, children? Okay. So we have understood how to find out which is the smaller number or smaller integer and which is the bigger integer given two integers. So basing on this, we will arrange a few integers between the given pairs in the ascending order. In the sense, you are given these two numbers 0 and -7. Okay. So you will have to write all the integers between 0 and -7. How? In the ascending order. That is in the increasing order. So whenever you have to write the numbers in the increasing order, your first step is to identify the smaller number. Increasing means what? You have to write from smaller number to bigger number. Isn't it, children? So between 0 and -7, which is a smaller number? Yes, one positive and of course 0 is neither positive or nor negative. We know that -7 lies to the left of 0. So -7 is the smaller number. Okay. So we start writing from -7, and then we know which is the next number after -7. Increasing order. It is not -8. -8 lies to the left. To the right, what is the number that we have? -6. Okay. So it is -7, -6, and then -5, -4, -3, -2, -1, and 0. Hope you are also writing along with this. Good. The next one. Between -8 and -15. Which is the smaller one, children? Yes, -15. You can also start writing. Okay. So write it in the increasing order. -15 and then -14. Then -13. -12, -11, -10, -9, and -8. Okay, children, this is very easy. You have already understood how to find out the smaller and the bigger number given to integers. So from there you know how they go in the ascending or descending order. So we have written in ascending order. We'll do a few in the descending order now. Okay, write all the integers between the given pairs in the descending order. So the first one is between -4 and +4. If we have to write in descending order, then should we look for the smaller number or bigger number, children? bigger number, isn't it? Decreasing means big to small. So between -4 and 4, which is bigger? We know how to apply. When there is one negative and one positive, the positive number is bigger, isn't it? So we start from 4 and then decrease. 4, then 3, then 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3 and -4. We have asked to write up to -4. We have reached that. Okay. Hope you are all understanding and enjoying also. Good. Now, -30 and -23. So we have to find out which is the bigger number of this. Which is the bigger number? When there are two negative numbers, negative integers, the one with the smaller number, smaller numerical is bigger. So which is bigger here? -23 is bigger. So you have to write it as -23 and then you have got it right. -24, -25, -26, -27, -28, -29 and -30. Have you all written it down correctly? Very good. So let us proceed further. Okay. So far we have understood how to identify the greater number and the smaller number. So what we will do? We will test ourselves how much we have understood. How are we going to test? We have got one small problem here. Arrange the given numbers in ascending order. So let us see which are the numbers. -25, 29, -13, -76, -1, 45 and 0. So if we have to arrange in ascending order, which should be the first one? The least one. Good. So how do we find which is the least? We will choose from these negative numbers, negative integers. Okay. We are not bothered about the positive ones now. So we'll have to choose from the negative ones. Okay. Which is the least negative number here? So which are the ones, which are the negative integers? -25, -13, -76 and -1. So among all these, look at only the numerical. 76 is great. So -76 will be the least. So we will write that first. Okay. So -76 and then the next one will be, very good, -25 and then the next one -13. Good. Write it down. Then -1. Good. After that it is easy. 0, 29 and then 45. Good. Let us do one more. Now in descending order. Arrange the given numbers in descending order. So these are the ones. Do we have any positive ones here? No positive. All are negative. So we should find out which is the highest negative number. Highest negative number will be the one with, yes, the least number you have to consider without the sign. That will be the highest one. Okay. So which is the highest? -1. Yes. After -1, -13. Then -20. And then -36. Then -74. Good. I am sure all of you have understood this and you are all very clear with this concept of which is the greater number and which is the lesser number with respect to integers. Which is the greater integer and which is the lesser integer, which is the smaller one. Hope all of you have understood clearly. In case you have any doubts, you can put them in the comment box, or you can keep watching this video many times so that you are doubtless. You should not have any doubts at all. Clear? Good. So what have we learned today? We have learned how to locate points and read points marked on the number line. Isn't it, children? We know how to draw a number line. We know how to locate the points, and given a point, you know how to read it also. Isn't it? Then we know that the numbers increase as we move from left to right. As a result, we know how to compare integers, and we know how to arrange integers in ascending and descending order. All these we have learnt today. I hope you all have understood and enjoyed the video also, enjoyed the class as well. Okay, as usual, I have an assignment for you. You have to take this down and be ready with this by the time we watch the next video. Okay, so thank you all so much, and keep watching these videos several times till you understand it well. And what should you do now? You should subscribe, like, and share it. And if you have any doubts, you can put them in the comment box. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Until then, bye bye.